Hello, hello, hello. You heard the man. 5 minutes to qualifying start. Welcome back. CRACKD Racing, Season 6. Silverstone this time. We missed last week, but it's a scorching day here in Silverstone, IRL. And in the game. Let's quickly catch up on where we are with the standings for the season. Leading the GT3s is Mr. Bart Raven with 75 points. Jam Holder behind him with 67 and Derek Sun in third with 65. Fourth place is Gary Marshall, only 2 points behind third. So it's tight at the top there. GT4's Stephen Hutter is, well, he's 10 points clear of Niels Cool in second place. And Willie Thorne is third, with the same amount of points as Niels Cool, but only 2 races under his belt. Smoggy currently dominating the Cup cars, with Jamie Nuttall in second and Sam Fleety in third. Our team championship. The CRACKD Racing Sniffer team of Stephen Hutter and Smoggy are in the lead at the moment. The Champions Club, Jamie Nuttall and Daniel Dane in second. Quite a way behind. And then there's a big jump to Botmas Cook Holidays, Joshua Charrington and Jam Holder. We're only a couple of minutes away from starting here. So lose the music. Hope we all had a nice start of our weekend. Nice week. We're ready for some cracking action on track, I'm sure. The multi-class 2-race format seems to be providing a lot of excitement. Brands Hatch was great times. Transition over to quali in about 3 minutes. We've got 16 on track at the moment. We'll see if that goes up. I've yet to see a Gary Marshall.
Two minutes to qualifying.
I think we got a few drivers who are up at Silverstone this weekend. Seen a few pics. That's the real Silverstone, obviously. So a few people getting their last few practice laps in. We'll jump to qualifying on the dot. Our GT3s will go up first, followed by the Porsche Cup cars, and then 10 minutes later the GT4s. Okay, we're just going to get ready to swap over.
GT3 only. Start your qualifying.
So who is out the gate first? It's Jam Holder. Will be the first one to set a time. Behind him is car number 40, AJ. Then Josh Brannigan. This is our first two to start. Jam Holder getting nicely warmed up, ready to go as he passes through the international pit straight. Through Village in the loop. Right out down the Wellington straight, ready for Brook Mills. Which is followed by Luffield, which earlier today Jenson Button described as the hardest corner on the F1 calendar. So here we go, as Jam Holder begins his lap. See what kind of benchmark you can put down. Nice and tight to Beckett's there in track. Is he going to break for Stowe? He's lost the back end a little bit there to Stowe. It's going to cost him, keeps the momentum up. Slam on the anchors for Bale. Listen carefully. He keeps it in for a long time around there. Here again with the Village. Oh, a little messy through there as well. All these things are going to add up and cost him quite a lot of time. If he can correct those, he's got a lot in him. So we'll see what time he sets. We know he's got more there. We'll see what time he sets though. We have a Gary Marshall has joined. .59.8 from Jam Holder there. Bart Raven will be next across the line. 58.6. Josh Brannigan, let's see what he can do. The 2:02. Jordan Woodley, expecting big things from him. He doesn't set a time this time round. Joshua Charrington next across. And he puts himself up into third with a 59.9. Car number 44, Matt Smith. in fourth with a 2 flat. Ben McConnell yet to set a time. Expecting him to be up there. Let's see what he can do in the last few corners. And he jumped into second with 59.0. So Bart Raven, the only one in the 58s. Let's see who's out there improving. Bart Raven looks like he's improving incredibly out there. And he's going to cross the line shortly. Jam Holder is out. He is improving. Currently on a 59.8. 58.9 with that. But Bart Raven is on a roll today. Currently a 58.6. 57.8. First man into 57s. AJ with a 201.1. Behind him, Josh Brannigan. Doesn't seem to be improving on this lap. Gordon Woodley, I think, has invalidated again, so he's going to need to crack on there. We've yet to see Gary Marshall set a time. Matt Smith, he is improving. He's gone up to fourth with a 59.3 there. Who is improving? Bart Raven improving still. Ben McConnell's not. Jam Holder, borderline improving. Bart Raven is again improving. Only just, but he is. Joshua Charrington is as well, who is car number 6, is going to cross the line, but car number 71, is he setting a time? Not this time out. This will be possibly his only pole lap. Let's see what he can do. Let's watch
GT3, 2 minutes remain. Cup cars get ready.
Stick with Mr. Gary Marshall for a minute. So what can Gary Marshall do? He is one of the only ones out there. Ben McConnell is out. He is not improving at this point in time. He's on a 59 dead as it stands. Gary Marshall just crossed the line with enough time to finish his lap. He goes
GT3,
to 8th.
finish your lap. Cup cars, pit exit open.
202.0 for Mr. Gary Marshall in 8th as it stands. Cup cars are out. Let's watch. Mr. Knuckle has put himself at the front of the Cup cars, as he so often does. He's actually right behind Gary Marshall. On track, so we'll see if. They're off track for Gary there. I think that's the end of his qualifying. So, who is behind Mr. Marshall? They're very tightly packed together on track here. So Smoggy's going to be the third one to set the time. Liam Gilo is directly behind Mr. Knuckle. So we'll see what kind of times they can set. We've missed, actually, while we've been looking at this, Ben McConnell is out. Oh, commentator's curse. He was 6/10 up. Before I switched to him, and then immediately had to abandon his lap. So this will be our first 2 Porsche Cups to set a time. Jimmy Nuttall on the left, and Liam Gilo on the right. Very bouncy there for the Porsche Cup. You can hear Liam Gilo's tyres struggling. Nice and clean to Vale though. Hard on the power to the club. Liam's got a nice gap in front of him, so he won't be too affected by Nuttall in front of him. Bear in mind, just behind those two is Mr. Smoggy as well, so we'll be looking for his time. He's been fairly dominant in these Porsches this season. I think Liam Gilo just invalidated his lap in the background there. Looked to go very wide entering the into the straight there, so let's see what time Jamie Nuttall can put down. A 2:01.3 for Jamie Nuttall. As predicted, Liam Gilo did not set a time, so Smoggy could also not set a time. Interesting. Daniel Dane 2:05.0 there. Stays in 9th. So a little surprise there that Smoggy and Liam Gilo didn't manage to set a time. Jamie Nuttall being the only Porsche that did. Hello, Paul. Good luck to you. Thank you very much for the 11. Enjoy the race. catch up with you at some point in it, I'm sure. Right, so Jamie Nuttall is not improving. Daniel Dane is, ever so slightly. They're not having their best days out there today. Righty, so, Jamie Nuttall's going out for another fast lap. Daniel Dane is going to improve. Liam Gilo finally set a time, a 2:01.8 for him. 5/10 off Mr. Nuttall. Smoggy jumped in with a 2:08 as well. $2:01.837 for Smoggy and a 2:01.867 for Liam Gilo. It's going to be fun if they continue to be that tight. Maybe Nuttall 5/10 ahead of them, but he's also improving. So Smoggy's got a bit of time too. So this is currently, for Jamie Nuttall, looking to be the fastest lap for the Porsches. Daniel Dane's doing great guns behind them. We're going to see Nuttall across the line first, followed by Liam Gilo, followed by Sir Smoggy, and then Daniel Dane after them. Well, that's not going to improve your time at all, Mr. Nuttall, so that's gone for him. Liam Gilo is not improving. This does now look like Sir Smoggy might take first. He's currently on target for it. There is enough time for everyone to do another lap.
Cup cars, 2 minutes. GT Ford, get ready.
You can see a lot of extra steering input there from Smoggy as he was going around that last corner there. 5/10 up, so that does put him at the front of the Cup cars with a 2:01.2. Daniel Dane seems to have lost the advantage that he had earlier. He stays where he is. He's currently on 2:04.3. Jamie Nuttall and Sir Smoggy trading times at the moment. Let's keep an eye on them both. This time, Smoggy will be the first of the two to set the time. And if you keep an eye, Jamie Nuttall is currently 2/10 up, just. Smoggy seems to be pretty much right on his own time. Sector 1 would appear to be where Smoggy made up the most amount of time. He seems to have lost it now, though. We'll go back to the scoreboard because... Oh, and Nuttall loses it there again.
Cup cars, finish your lap.
which means Smoggy
GT4, pit exit open.
is going to improve. Oh, he's not now. He's lost it there in the last through Loffield. Right, so GT4s it is. Paul Smith is the first out for them. Hot on his tail. Is Mr. Stephen Hutter. So these will be our first two for this. Two Aston followed by two Alpines on track. We've got one Chevy, one Audi. Okay, so Paul Smith has let, I think that's just rearranging their order a little bit. Looks like Stephen Hutter will be the first to go now, followed by number 147, which is Willie Thorne. So this time, this will be our first two GT4s. Paul Smith relinquished the on-track position. Let's see what our GT4s can do. Stephen Hutter, bear in mind, is the current leader for the GT4 Championship. Fast and reliable. Willie Thorne has done one less race. He is, well, we know he's quick. He's got 2 wins last week at Imola and 2 wins at Brands Hatch the week before that. He qualified first for both Imola and Brands Hatch 2. And success abroad. GT4s. Jimmy Broadbent's league. Let's see what our Herf can do. Looking at it, the gap between him and Willie Thorne has closed, so I am going to say that Thorne will take the time away from him as soon as he gets it, but let's see. So Stephen Hutter, there we go, with a 2:12.4. Willie Thorne with a 2:11.1 right behind him. So that's a fairly big gap now. The next GT4 to cross the line is going to be Mike McCall. Not sure what happened to the other ones. There's a lot of off tracks today. And Mike McCall sets the time to 16.2, puts him in 16th or 3rd for the GT4s. So Willie Thorne is improving again. So is Stephen Hutter. But we can see that gap closing even more. Willie Thorne has lost his advantage now. Stephen Hutter is improving. Does have a fair way to go yet. What we can actually do is let's tune on in on Paul Smith.
The key to this corner is getting the power as quickly as possible.
There you go. Full focus for his qualifying lap.
2 minutes 12.7 for Chandler.
As you can see, he's up. He's up. Oh, he's lost his advantage though. Lost his advantage. Mike McCall's a second up on his time, although he's lost that as well. Torrid time for everybody out there today. Struggling with the conditions, it being dry and hot.
I'm going to get one more lap at this. After this one.
He does have time for another one. Just. He's definitely got, Paul's definitely got more time in him. But it doesn't look... Oh! Nearly went onto two wheels there. Paul Smith with the stunt driving.
Got to the apex that time.
He is actually... Oh, he was up and then he lost. He about to see it.
Wide.
He ran
Damn
wide.
it, Paul.
He said he
I
was
was up 3
he was
tenths then.
quite a way up, and so he's got a lot more in him. Considering he was up 4 tenths just through the first section here originally. And then lost a bit through Chapel. Hutter is improving as well. We'll switch over to him for a minute. We haven't looked at all today, actually, at Will Chandler. 2:12.7 at the moment. He is improving. This could be another position for him if he keeps this up. I mean, he's now nearly a second up, so this is good for him. Oh, that's unfortunate. He loses it. Going through club, he invalidates his lap. That's it for him. Time is up. He cannot go again. Paul Smith is not currently improving. Johnny Woo is. A 2:12.3 at the moment, so this won't be enough. Ooh, it might be enough for a position. It's going to be tight. Sixteenth at the moment. Is it enough? It is. He jumps Stephen Hutter with a 2:11.927. 600ths, under 600ths faster than Stephen Hutter, who is now finished as well. Paul Smith is the last man on track. He crosses the line. He does not improve. Oh no, Willie Thorne, I stand corrected. Willie Thorne is still out there as well. He is improving quite a lot. Seven tenths up at the moment. Oh, he takes a lot out of that corner. Takes that a nice cut across there. Slightly wider through Luffield than we used to. Manages to keep it on track. 7 tenths up at the moment. 2:11.1 before this point, and it's a 2:10.3 there for Willie Thorne right at the end. Right. So there we go. We will go into the race very shortly. And they're on the grid. Right, it's okie doke. Right. So on pole, we have Mr. Bart Raven. To his side, Jam Holder is in second. Ben McCullough was third. Joshua Charrington starts fourth. Matt Smith is in P5, and next to him is AJ. Jordan Woodley is P7, with the first of the Porsche Cups next to him of Sir Smoggy. Followed by Jamie Nuttall in P9. Liam Gilo is next to him in P10. Now the next row, Gary Marshall is in 11th place, and next to him another GT3 of Josh Brannigan. Then our last of our Porsche Cups is Daniel Dane in 13th. Then we go on to our GT4s. Willie Thorne is 14th. Johnny Woo is in 15th. Stephen Hutter, 16th. Will Chandler is in 17th. Paul Smith in 18th. And Mike McCall in 19th. So they will begin their warm-up lap. Now the GT4s and Porsche Cups have a bit more work to do than the GT3s on this lap. As they start with cold tyres. So we will have a look at the front of the GT3s, I think, and the front of the Porsche Cups. We'll have to somehow gain a third eye to keep an eye on the front of the GT4s. have been holding them up a bit there. So don't forget we have a 25-minute race. We then go immediately into another 25-minute race, but with a reverse grid, which makes it very spicy for race 2. Bit of a gap there from Dam Holder to Charrington. John Holder appears to be going backwards. Certainly an interesting technique for the formation lap. So, Wellington straight, Love Field, and then we're good to go. A bit chaotic behind the leader here. Okay, so they will line up next to each other, stick to 70 kilometres an hour. Let's listen for the announcement. It'll be after Woodcote. And they're off. Great start for Jam Holder, who looks like he's... Oh, Bart Raven keeps it though. Ben McConnell is moved up one behind, got past Joshua Choten. Gary Marshall's made it past Liam Gilo further back. They're 3 wide. Oh, that looks very close in the overhead shot. Looks like Bart Raven's getting away with it though. Ben McConnell is attacking Jam Holder just behind. You can see Smoggy has got past Jordan Woodley, is sandwiched in between Smoggy and Nuttall further behind. Let's see what they're up to. Pretty clean start though. Not sure what Woodley's doing out over there. But he has now got past Smoggy. So the Porsche Cup cars are now in a nice little group. We've got Smoggy and Nuttall to fight here. As Jordan Woodley goes outside to have a look at Matt Smith. He doesn't get past him on this lap. But he's having a good old sniff. I can't imagine it being very long. Generally very static. AJ's made a place, Gary Marshall's made up a place, and Daniel Dane have made up places, but that is it at the moment. Looks like Woodley's going to go. No, he's not got enough. He has got his nose in there. It's not enough to keep it. Jamie Nuttall looks like he's got past the Smoggy, but then they're battling next to each other. They've got Gary Marshall in there for the mix. You see his perspectives. He gets caught up in that fight. And Gary Marshall has got past Jamie Nuttall now. Nuttall goes very wide. So Marshall's next target will be...
Cheers, not on. You were very kind there, sir.
Smoggy in front of him. Lim Gilo all over the back of Jamie Nuttall as well. We've lost a Woodley. What happened with him? He's gone very wide there. Didn't seem enough to have lost the number of places he did. Oh dear. Full power slide. Beckett's. Oh, we're showing Gary Marshall, Jamie Nuttall, donk. Let's see if there's anything there. Oh, there is. A bit late on the replay, but looks like Nuttall spun Marshall there. So Gary Marshall's got to do that work again. Well, that does mean we've had quite a few place changes in the last few laps. Last few corners even. It's very well too. Mark Raven is 4.3 seconds ahead. Joshua Charrington chasing down Jam Holder. Gary Marshall chasing down Daniel Dane. So let's have a look at those two fights. And he gets past, there we see Gary Marshall on the right get past Daniel Dane. This is our closest fight at the moment. Down in the GT4s. We'll keep an eye on this fight. But Willie Thorne is storming away. He is 1.5 seconds in front of Johnny Woo. We have got... Before we go too far out, we have got Jamie Nuttall chasing down Daniel Dane here. Oh, and Dane goes very wide. That allows Nuttall through easily. We'll see what happens if he gets close to Marshall again. But Charrington here is really bothering Jam Holder in front of him. Actually teammates, no team orders happening today. And Matt Smith is on the tail of AJ as well. He's closed that gap. Gary Marshall and Josh Brannigan. That's going to happen soon, I think. It's going to happen here. Tentative from Gary Marshall. And Josh Charrington's got back onto the tail of Jam Holder. Oh, Josh Charrington goes wide. He's going to keep the place though. It's not enough to slow him down. Gary Marshall all over the rear end there of Josh Brannigan. You can see that from Brannigan's perspective as well. Oh no! And he loses it. We'll see him lose it. Just now too much. Just touches a wheel on the grass. Oh! A bump into the wall. So that lets Gary Marshall through. Let's hit that from outside again. You can see just touches the grass there. Causes him to spin out. Right, so Marshall is through. Marshall is now up into 10th position. Oh, Paul Smith has just got past Will Chandler. Let's see if we can see that. Here it is. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Will Chandler just goes off, and yeah, Paul Smith takes advantage right to the sausage curb though. But makes it stick. Right, so Willie Thorne out in front for the GT4s. Bart Raven storming ahead at the moment. Matt Smith is catching up to AJ. Bart Raven 5 seconds in front of Ben McConnell at the moment, who is a further 4 seconds in front of 5 seconds in front of Jan Holder. Oh, Will Chandler, let's see, he is making moves as well. He's going to try and get it back, try and get his position back from Paul Smith. Side by side. Paul Smith keeping the position for now. These two will be fighting for a while, I think. We can watch the focus from Mr. Paul Smith while he defends for his life here. And we've got Matt Smith is off somewhere. Let's see if we can watch. Oh, Kygo's going for it. No, let's see if we can catch what happened with Matt Smith. Oh, he just spins on his own. Gets it out of the way. Nicely done. Right, so what's happening with Kygo and Smiley Bowl? Not much happening there. Joshua Charrington back up on the tail of Jam Holder. I wonder if there's a bit of multi-21 action happening. This, and we can watch Will Chandler and Paul Smith still at it. see much in the way of argy-bargy today. Everyone's been very gentle. Jordan Woodley is approaching the back of Liam Gilo. I've not seen much of Mr. Nuttall after a couple of offs. He's now put himself further down. That Nissan looks huge next to the Porsche. And they have a Mr. Marshall behind them. Go for something brave here, no. Wise, but Liam Gilo has actually opened the gap a little bit. Oh, Will Chandler is going for it with Paul Smith here. That's a dirty line. He does have the inside. The cops. Oh, everyone knows you don't overtake there. Paul Smith keeps it in front. Paul Smith manages to keep it in front though. Nicely done. But Chandler is keen for that position. Oh, he's done it. He's not got the inside here. Paul's got the inside here, so that Paul has the advantage. He will continue to have the advantage through here because he's purely from being in front. But Kygo is not letting this go easy. Let's see if anything can happen to Village. Remember, Village is where Kygo lost the position in the first place from spinning out. Most of our other battles seem to have calmed down a bit. This is our closest on-track action. That's happened to Mr. Marshall. He is currently 9th. And Jamie Nuttall is 11th. He doesn't seem to be doing anything particularly interesting with his times here. There's a big gap in front of him, a big gap behind him. Jordan Woodley is there or thereabouts on the back of Liam Gilo, but not quite enough. I imagine the Bopmus Cook Holidays team will hold station to the end of the race here. Oh, very close to the back there was Mr. Chandler. Very, very close indeed. See it from his perspective. Chases down Mr. Smith. We have actually had a position change while we're watching this. Let's quickly check on that. Jordan Woodley has managed to get past Liam Gilo. And it does look like Gary Marshall's got right on their tail as well. Woodley just gets a good run down. Oh, that was very tight there, very close for Gary Marshall behind. Let's see what's happening here. Gary Marshall has got past Liam Gilo as well. Let's see where that happened. Nice and easy into Village. I imagine Matt Smith will follow shortly. Gary Marshall's back up into 8th. Matt Smith is now the next to have a go at Liam Gilo. Remember, they're different classes, so it's not unexpected that the GT3s should generally go past the Porsches. That said, Sir Smoggy is currently in 6th. Oh, that's not going to help get past Liam, I'm afraid, Matt. So where does that put Mr. Nuttall? Is he? He should probably get close to Matt Smith now. Oh, and in all that excitement, we have missed Paul Smith, Will Chandler getting past Paul Smith. Paul does like those sausage cabs today. I think he's trying to flip his car over. So Will Chandler's got himself up in 16th. He won't keep it if he keeps going off like that. Oh, but then if Paul Smith goes off as well, then he will. And right in the middle of them, Joshua Charrington and Jam Holder are still battling. Oh, I'm showing another contact with Gary Marshall. Let's have a look. Jordan Woodley goes very wide. Here, Woodley is going to go on the inside. Oh, and Gary Marshall tries to take it as well. They just have a little trading of paints. Just a little bump. Nothing too bad there from them. Right, so again, these two. They have, I think that's a Stephen Hutter to get past and lap. Don't see much from him today. All the flashes are coming out from Joshua Charrington behind. Gary Marshall just about to get past Smoggy as again. Smoggy's still out there leading for the Cup cars. We are actually almost, apart from Matt Smith, we are actually now fully grouped. Now we have got Josh Brannigan further back, but he did pit for damage. I think fairly extensive damage. He was in the pits for 20, he was stopped for 30 seconds. So. Remember with a skid there from Joshua Charrington, Jam Holder has pulled away. No, Smoggy, Gary Marshall again. go behind them off the track slightly. Josh Brannigan has made it past Paul Smith. Not unexpected. GT3 should sail past the GT4s. I say he's only there because of damage. So next for Josh will be Stephen Hutter. He's only a corner ahead. You should see Zenthal just there in the background. And Bart Raven, we've not seen him since lap 1. He's still got 3.6 seconds on Ben McConnell behind. That does feel like that's closed a little bit. He should be about to start his final lap here.
Leaders on final lap now.
Here we go. So Mr. Raven led from start to finish. Ben McConnell behind him did jump one place off the start, but otherwise has not been able to get caught up with Bart Raven here today. Let's quickly do this. Let's find out what's happening back here. Gary Marshall and Jordan Woodley on the last lap showing contact. Oh, Marshall just comes across him. That's unfortunate. They do both carry on though. So only a few corners left for Mr. Bart Raven now. I'd like to flag victory from him. We can just do this though quickly in the background. Ooh, hold on to it, Bart. Don't lose it now. He's going very wide there. A little touch of dirt. Ben McConnell is only 2.5 seconds behind you. We've still got Jordan Woodley and Gary Marshall fighting with the GT4 as well. Marshall does a dive down the inside there. That's quite a nice move. Woodley, no, Woodley, no. That was a full-on shove, but here we go. Mr. Bart Raven wins.
The leader has finished the race.
Nice for him. Ben McConnell in second. Jam Holder will be the next to cross the line. In P3, Joshua Chengton, his teammate P4. Let's see where AJ is. And AJ will cross the line in 5th. Oh! Styling on it at the end. Jordan Woodley will come through in 6th. And the finish line for him. So Smoggy 7th, Liam Gilo 8th, Matt Smith is 9th, Gary Marshall 10th in the end, Jamie Nuttall 11th. Daniel Dane will be the last to cross the line, I think. Or not. One more corner to go. You can do it. So Daniel Dane is 12th. There we go. Willie Thorne was 13th. Josh Brannigan was 14th. Johnny Wu 15th. Stephen Hutter was 16th. Paul Smith 17th. Will Chandler 18th. And Mike McCall was 19th. So dominating there from Bart Raven. And same really for Smoggy in the Porsche Cups. We will be doing a full reverse grid today. Right, so first on the grid today for the second race will be Josh Brannigan. Next to him, Gary Marshall. Matt Smith is P3. P4, Jordan Woodley. AJ is P5. Joshua Charrington, P6. Jam Holder, P7. Ben McConnell, P8. And Bart Raven is P9. We then switch to our Cup cars. Daniel Dane is P10. Jamie Nuttall, P11. Liam Gilo, P12. So Smoggy, P13. Then our GT4s, Mike McCall is P14, Will Chandler P15, Paul Smith 16th, Stephen Hutter is in 7th, Johnny Wu is in 18th, and Willie Thorne is in 19th.
30 seconds.
So we are going to want to watch the front.
20 seconds.
There may be some Gary Marshall and Jordan Woodley retaliation to watch out for.
10 seconds.
Right, so Josh Brannigan leads them away. We will get some eyes on the middle of the grid as well. We've already got AJ off, taking some boards out. Jordan Woodley will be directly behind Gary Marshall when they restart. Or Matt Smith is going to get caught in the middle of that. Right, so yes, we need to keep an eye on the left. We'll see what Gary Marshall does off the line. On the right, we've got the front of the Cup cars. think there's going to be action from Willie Thorne as well, so he's going to try and keep up with it all. Taking a very wide line there in the background. So remember, we've got the fast GT3s mixed with the fast starting Porsche Cups on the right hand side, so that's going to be interesting as well. Listen for the announcement.
Green light, go, go, go.
They're away. Spooky immediately trying to have a go on Matt Smith behind him, in front of him even. And it looks like he's done it. Pretty clean further back. Ben McConnell's got past Jam Holder. Matt Smith is going fully backwards. Jordan Woodley showing contact. We were watching him and I didn't see anything happen. Jam Holder has gone fully backwards. Matt Smith has gone fully backwards. Zilthor off track there. I think he's probably getting out of the way. And that puts Gary Marshall currently P1. Bart Raven has already got himself up to 5th. So he has jumped Ben McConnell off the start there. And he's already on the back of Joshua Charrington. Absolutely cracking start for Bart Raven. Paul Smith is climbing the ranks of the GT4s. In fact, he's put himself at the front of them. Oh, Mike McCall hits the sausage curb and goes into Paul Smith. They get away with it. Bart Raven on the left is also swerving around, trying to get past Joshua Charrington. He's got Ben McConnell right on his tail as well. For the GT4s, we have got Matt Smith in the mix there, and Bart Raven is going to squeeze past Joshua Charrington. He is. Looks like Ben McConnell might try and go through as well. He side by side for Ben McConnell and Joshua Charrington. And they have got Jamie Nuttall sniffing around behind them as well. Ben McConnell is going to push him wide a bit. He keeps the pace, makes it stick. Paul Smith is now out on his own. Let's have a look to see what Willie Thorne is up to behind. He's got past Stephen Hutter. Ben McConnell, Bart Raven all over the back of AJ at the moment. Gary Marshall currently out in front. Has set the fastest lap as well. He's got 2 seconds on Jordan Woodley behind him. We will keep an eye here on Mr. Bart Raven. Let's see what our Porsche Cup cars are doing. They're all squished together there. So Smoggy, and Bart Raven has got past AJ. He should be able to keep it quite easily there. Is Ben McConnell going to squeeze through as well? Oh, it's very tight there between Ben McConnell and AJ. I think McConnell is going to keep it that place as well. Looks like Charrington behind might try and take advantage too. Not a great few corners for AJ. He's going to force himself wide there. He stays in front of Charrington though for now. Bart Raven next target is going to be Jordan Woodley. It looks like Woodley's got out of the way for him. He's blocked McConnell though. So Raven's next target, Joshua Charrington has got past AJ as well. Liam Gilo and Jamholder appear to have had some kind of coming together. Let's see if we can see what happened there. Just sends it up the inside and spins Liam Gilo. That's unfortunate. Gary Marshall out in front, 2.6 seconds. Ben McConnell has got past Jordan Woodley. Let's see if we can see that. Got a good run on him here. How's he going to get him? Oh, looks like he swung out, let him through. Okay. Yeah, Bart Raven now chasing down Mr. Marshall, who is 1 second in front of him. He's got Ben McConnell 2 seconds behind him. Joshua Charrington is on the tail now of Jordan Woodley. Liam Gilo has got past Daniel Dane. Let's see if we cut away from this, because we will, because Bart Raven has got past, fairly easily past Mr. Gary Marshall there. Let's see if Ben McConnell will follow. So Bart's got himself back into first position. He's pulled out a second on him already. Jordan Woodley has got past AJ, or is currently trying to get past AJ. And they have got a Nuttall right behind them as well. Keep an eye on McConnell chasing down Marshall. Smith is currently still leading for the GT4s. So let's see how they're doing. Johnny Wu is on the tail of Willie Thorne. Willie Thorne is right on Will Chandler's behind as well. Nice and close for the GT4s. In fact, there's 2 or 3 seconds between the top 4. The top 4 there, you can see all in one shot. Willie Thorne has got past Johnny Wu. Will Chandler is his next target. Let's see if you can do anything brave here. He took a different line there to force himself on the inside, which will push Chandler wide. He gets the inside for the next corner as well. Lovely sequence of moves there from Willie Thorne. Johnny Wu is also on the tail there of Will Chandler right in front, but that leaves Willie Thorne set to go and try and take Mr. Paul Smith, he's got right after him already. He is right on his tail here. And Smith is showing his pitting. I wonder if he had some damage. The GT4's the fighters. Jamie Nuttall has just got past Jordan Woodley. Let's see if we can see that. Well, we've got our two GT4 battles happening at the same time. The two Alpines both go for overtakes at the same time. Okay, so Woodley goes off track, which allows Nuttall through pretty easily. And he's through. Is he going to keep it? Paul Smith has got the inside line for the first corner, but then he loses it for the second. I would say Willie Thorne has got that move done. And Johnny Woo and Will Chandler behind. Paul Smith not giving up though. He's sniffing around on his backside, keeping him honest. Is Woo going to try and make a move? No, he's not. Looked like he was. Oh! And he takes the inside. Can he make it stick? I think he's going to keep that down the back straight. Nicely done, although Chandler has a good run coming out. Is he going to make a brave lunge? No, he's not. He's going to let Johnny Woo have that place. So Willie Thorne has got himself back up into first, as has Bart Raven. Right, so Bart Raven has got himself. Oh no, we have got Joshua Charrington on the tail of Jordan Woodley. Jamie Nuttall showing off track. Let's see what happens to him. Oh dear, looks. Please don't get another spooky shove. There's AJ as well involved. Nope, he just goes off track. Takes the run off. Which allows Woodley and AJ through. Right, so Joshua Charrington is chasing Gary Marshall.
You got Road America coming up for Reno Scout.
Got to meet Paul. There we go. He's got a very hot front left there, Mr. Marshall.
Can't hold this pace. I'm going to either wipe us both out or wipe myself out, so let's try and stay behind him, try and learn off him. I think it's going
There we go, he lets Charrington through. So AJ has got past Woodley. Let's see where that happened. fairly easy in the end. Woodley is not letting him get away with it, and they have got Nuttall behind them as well. While that's happening, we've got another three-way going on in the GT4s. Johnny Wu all over the back of Paul Smith, and Will Chandler as well. Oh dear. Oh, that was unfortunate. Careful with the rejoin. That's allowed Stephen Hutton through as well. Chandler knew he wasn't going to make it, tried to abort, but ended up tapping Johnny Wu in the process. Looks like Hutter's had some adventures as well. He's got a bit of damage on the front of his car. So work for Wu to do. Woodley and AJ still at it up front. Ooh, a bit wobbly there from Woodley. Nuttall's got front row seats to this. Scrap going on in front of him. Johnny Wu is looking like he's about to get past Hutter as well. But he's not giving up the place easy. He does go wide there. It's going to be slower through the next Angus Beckett's Chapel. Both taking quite a lot out of that corner there. Must be watching this. Woodley has got past AJ. Fairly easy down the wing. Got a good run on him down the Wellington straight. AJ ends up being quite wide. But Woodley gets through cleanly in the end. Bit wobbly there from Wu, as he's trying to make headway on Hutter in front. And that's lost a bit of the advantage. We can switch back to AJ Woodley fight. They're still going. AJ's not. Oh, had to get out of it there. Avoid a collision. This pair are 11 and a bit seconds behind Gary Marshall, so they've got a way to go. Marshall's reasonably safe up there in fourth, I think, for now. Oh, and a little sharing of paint again. I think number 133 is going to appear on a lot of incident sheets this weekend. He's just got past Nuttall. Brave dive around Nuttall. He's going for it. Well, they are different class cars. Is currently, he's P5 and leading for the Cup cars. He had a torrid first race, so he seems to have settled in a bit better this one. AJ wide again. It's not going to help his attack on Woodley in front. Woodley, oh, that was very close again. Oh no, they're going to be 3 wide. This isn't going to be pretty. I think AJ takes the safe way out of that. Seems to have settled down a little bit. Spread out. Johnny Woo, if we go further down, Johnny Woo is right back on the tail of Hutter. You see how close they are. Down the hanging straight. Who's going to go wide? He's on a nice line for the next corner, and he's done it nice and clean. We've seen him do that a few times. Take those wider lines to get a better exit than the car in front. Makes his car 3 miles wide, so they can't take the place back. Once again, there's a big size difference between the 2 cars we're looking at. The Alpine is very thin compared to the wide Aston. He's got it done. Three minutes left in this race. Wu now free to go after Paul Smith, but I think that's settled. There's a good 8 seconds there, so there's nothing happening there. Oh, showing Joshua Trenton off track. He is lapping Mr. Willie Thorne there. Joshua Trenton third. He is 13 and a bit seconds behind Ben McConnell. The 1-2 from race 1 stay the same. After all is said and done. Nico's Bartraven got a very early overtake on Ben McConnell, which I think was important. Jam Holder, who was third in the last race, is down in 16th. He's not had a great time this afternoon for race 2. He has pitted. Must have been damaged at some point. AJ and Jordan, oh my word, all sorts of cars here at the same time. And in fact, it looks like there's been a bit of a mess because in all of that, Hutter's got past Chandler somehow. We've got GT3s, we've got GT4s, Cup cars all on the same corner at the same time. What happened to... Wolf.
Leaders in final lap.
Okay. We're on the last lap then. So once again, after some important early overtakes, Bart Raven is going to bring it home in first. Hutter is back on the tail though of Chandler. Of Wu, sorry. But it looks like Johnny Wu is getting away again. Last lap to try, boys, as Raven enters the Wellington Straight. Just has Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote to go. 3.6 seconds in front of Ben McConnell. Another storming victory then from Bart Raven.
The leader has finished the race.
He finishes in P1. Ben McConnell comes across in P2. Joshua Charrington comes around the last corner now. To take third, Gary Marshall just behind him for fourth. Jamie Nuttall will take victory for the Cup cars. P5 on track. Oh, and in the last dying moments, Jordan Woodley has lost it. AJ comes across in 6th, Smoggy 7th. Jordan Woodley now crosses the line in 8th. See if we can quickly see what happened there with him. While we watch Liam Chindo cross the line. Oh no! Spooky. Right, so Liam Chindo comes across in 9th. 10th is Zillathor. Josh Brannigan. Daniel Dane will be the last one across the line. In 11th. Again, only just makes the actual line. There he is, 11th. So 12th was Willie Thorne, 13th Jam Holder, 14th Paul Smith, 15th Stephen Hutter, 16th Will Chandler, 17th Johnny Wu, 18th Mike McCall and Matt Smith in the pits. Oh, well done to Bart Raven. That's our race for today. Our races for today, rather. For anyone who has picked up the US DLC, we're going to be running open races on all of the tracks for the afternoon. Jump in, enjoy. Just search Cracked in the browser and jump in one of our servers. And a few people about. Otherwise, we're back next week with Paul Ricard. It'll be the finale for the season. We should have the actual results in shortly. We can confirm those. So before we move on, we'll quickly confirm the results there for you. So race 1, Bart Raven was a P1, Ben McConnell in P2, Jam Holder was 3rd, Joshua Charrington 4th, AJ was 5th, Jordan Woodley in 6th, Matt Smith in 7th, Gary Marshall in 8th, and Josh Brannigan in 9th. For the GT4s, Woody Thorne was the victor, Johnny Woo 2nd, Stephen Hutter 3rd, small Paul Smith was 4th, Will Chandler was 5th, and Mike McCall in 6th. For the Cup cars, so Smoggy was 1st, Liam Gilo 2nd, Jamie Nuttall 3rd, and Daniel Dane in 4th. And then in race 2, once again, Bart Raven, Ben McConnell 1st and 2nd, Joshua Charrington was 3rd, Gary Marshall 4th, AJ was 5th, Jordan Woodley 6th, Josh Brannigan 7th, Jam Holder 8th, Matt Smith 9th. For the GT4s, Woody Thorne 1st again, Paul Smith 2nd this time, Stephen Hutter 3rd, Will Chandler was 4th, Johnny Woo 5th, and Mike McCall in 6th. For the Cup cars, Jamie Nuttall was 1st, Smoggy with silver, Liam Gilo with bronze, and Daniel Dane in 4th. Now, for the season, Bart Raven extends his lead at the front. He's quite a long way ahead now. Jam Holder 2nd, and Gary Marshall's popped himself up into 3rd. Actually pretty close to Jam Holder there, so it's looking good for Gary Marshall. For the GT4, Stephen Hutter's still up front. Woody Thorne is now up into 2nd, and Johnny Woo is 3rd. Smoggy continues to lead for the Cup cars, but Jamie Nuttall has closed the gap a bit. There's a fairly substantial gap down to 3rd with Daniel Dane. Nothing changes from the perspective of the teams. Sniffers still 1st, Champions Club in 2nd, and Botmas Holidays are 3rd. Right, so jump in one of our USA track servers, enjoy, and we'll be back next week. Enjoy your weekend, have a nice week, and hopefully catch you then. Goodbye.